Why did I choose the University of Lincoln for my master's? I've already made a video similar to this, but that was an overall aspect and the review of the University of Lincoln. But in this video, I'm going to share my own personal experience of what was going on, how many universities did I shortlist, what were the universities, and why did I choose Lincoln out of them. So when I began exploring the universities for my master's in digital marketing, but I was also looking out for what the universities were offering. So when I was shortlisting the universities, I had shortlisted 4 universities in England, which were University of Lincoln, University of Plymouth, University of Bournemouth, and University of Bristol. So I'm going to go through all the points that made me choose Lincoln over all the other universities. So one of the first things that I was looking out for shortlisting my universities were the modules. So all the other universities were offering general modules like corporate communication and just digital marketing, social media marketing, and all of the general modules that come in digital marketing. And I'd already done my degree, my bachelor's in mass media in India. And I didn't want to learn the modules that I'd already gone through, which I already had knowledge about. And I had studied a bit of digital marketing in my mass media program, but I wanted to really specialize into the digital marketing aspects. So what the University of Lincoln offered was amazing because it covered all the aspects of digital marketing. So I had the modules like big data and artificial intelligence, email marketing, social media marketing and digital advertising, planning and budgeting, developing digital brands, then e-commerce, website design, SEO. So all these little modules were really attracting me towards it because I wanted to learn more about it in depth, and other universities were just like offering basic modules which I already had knowledge about, so that really didn't make sense. And things like AI, which is going to be a huge part of digital marketing and the world, and to get knowledge about it was amazing. So that was one of the main points that I chose Lincoln for. The second point was the University of Lincoln not only covered all the modules in a theoretical manner, but they also covered it into practical. So when I was researching, I found out that the university basically does lectures, normal lectures, and then they had workshops. So whenever we used to have one lecture, we always had another workshop. So whatever we learned into that lecture, we always applied it into theory, which was amazing because if you consider master's is basically just writing research papers and dissertations and all of that. So it was mainly for writing things, but all the other universities might be like just focusing on the dissertation and research part, but I loved that the University of Lincoln also had workshops where we could genuinely, while writing our research papers, we could actually learn what we're writing. And it's not only about the research, but also learning these practical tools which were helpful for you in your job later. And actually just thinking from a digital marketing perspective to using those tools and softwares was amazing because we used to sit and just use Hootsuite and HubSpot and Canva and Adobe Express and writing blogs which needed SEO in it. So it really helped me gain a practical learning experience, which was really beneficial for the job role. Another major reason for me to choose the University of Lincoln was the scholarship. So University of Lincoln offers scholarships to international students, and that basically just proves that the university values the global diversity, and it has scholarships for all the different countries. So I really recommend that you go on the website and look for yourself because the scholarship price also might differ. When I was looking for the universities, it was back in 2022, and so I highly recommend that you go on the website and look for yourself for how much the scholarship the university is offering. So for me, the university offered £5,000 scholarship, which made a huge difference. So when I applied for the University of Lincoln and I got my offer letter, I got the scholarship with it. So I didn't need to apply separately for the scholarship. And the The course fee at that time was £16,000 total, and I got a £5,000 scholarship in it. So I basically just had to pay £11,000 for my course fee for 1 year, which really narrowed down to select the University of Lincoln. So the modules and the financial aspect was the major reason for me to choose the University of Lincoln. And with that, adding on to it, the fourth point was the university offered part-time jobs. So when I was looking for universities, I was basically adamant that I wanted to do the part-time jobs. And what I used to do is I used to go on the street view on Google Maps, and I used to see what shops are there on the high street, and there was a McDonald's near my accommodation, and I was basically mentally prepared myself to work in all these shops for part-time because I wanted financial stability. But the fact that the university itself offered part-time jobs was amazing, and jobs were like content creator, video editing, which was beneficial because I had those skills and it would add to my career as an experience. So I was really excited and looking forward to it, and eventually I got the part-time job in what I wanted in my field. So when I was deciding in between the universities, this was amazing because I was getting like experience in my own personal field. I was also looking on social media of what the universities are posting and what's going on in the universities, and Lincoln really attracted me towards it because it was just vibrant, it's beautiful, and the university was posting a lot about what was happening. So they really supported international students and the festivals. So they celebrated Holi, Diwali. They also had these weekly events like coffee and catch up and fun and games, and they also took students around England to travel, and I feel like those aspects were also crucial for me to choose University of Lincoln because I really, as an international student, I really wanted to mingle with other students and make friends and have these opportunities where I could just go and be myself. And obviously, if I'm from India, I wanted to explore England and to not have that thing in mind that, oh, I have to book my train tickets and oh, I have to build my itinerary and stuff like that. Obviously, the trips were paid, but you didn't have to worry about, oh, how am I going to catch the train and everything. You just had to sit in the bus, go get yourself just around the city, explore, and it just made me feel like I wanted this and I was looking forward to it because it just looked really fun. And I didn't want to sit in my room and study all the time. I wanted to get out and explore because I was in a completely different country, which I'd never been to. And speaking about Lincoln itself, it is an experience. Lincoln has so much history, especially with the cathedral and the castle. And the city is beautiful and it's so close to the city center. Like the campus and the city center goes hand in hand. So it was amazing, and it's also been compared with Oxford and Cambridge for its charm and architecture, which is amazing. And a few years ago, like maybe 20-30 years ago, Lincoln was not the best place to study and to live, but it has gone through an amazing and stunning transformation, and the place is so beautiful and good. Especially for a person like me who didn't want a big city to study because I didn't want to get overwhelmed. I always wanted to study in a small town city, which Lincoln was absolutely perfect for it. Not only that, but the Lincoln City Council also regularly hosted events, which I saw on social media before coming here. And they used to do like different things in Christmas and Christmas markets and different things in Halloween, and whether it's a festival or not, they always used to have like vintage car show or cycling or parades and open air markets, and all these things really made me feel like I could live in that city because every weekend you had something to look forward to. So even if you didn't have any friends, you could live there by yourself. And over in India, we always take things for granted, and you don't realize that until you come abroad and live here for a few years. So I had that idea in mind, and I think that really again made a huge difference for me to select the University of Lincoln because of Lincoln City. And along with this, there were also some practical reasons for me to choose Lincoln. One of them being the lower cost of living. So Lincoln is such a small city that you can get around Lincoln by just walking, and I feel like that makes a huge difference in cost of living because you don't have to pay for any bus, you don't have to pay for any train, and it just saves you a lot of money. You can just rely on your legs and just get around wherever you want, whatever time you want. You don't have to deal with like train delays and bus delays and all of those things. And along with that, the accommodation is also so much cheaper than cities like London and Manchester and Birmingham. And for your reference, I paid only £109 per week for my first year in Lincoln, and I only paid £99 per week for my second year in Lincoln. And obviously that's a huge price compared to India, but it's really not that much compared to other cities in England. And along with that, the campus also had amazing facilities for all the fields, not just marketing, but all the fields. Like it has like a filming studio, it has like a photography studio, it has a radio studio, and it just has so many amazing things for you. So speaking about facilities, they also have amazing career support. So whether it's to build your CV, your portfolio, or having mock interviews, and it just is amazingly developed university. So I saw all of that on the website. I saw a bunch of videos on YouTube. I went around on Google Maps, Street View, and I just studied Lincoln for a lot of months actually when I was making a decision. But all in all, I think the financial aspect, like scholarship and lower cost of living, and the modules really made me choose University of Lincoln. So now that I've lived in Lincoln and moved out of it, I feel like Lincoln is amazing because I'm currently living in Derby, and Derby is not that great as a city in terms of safety and everything. So I feel like Lincoln is really good as a university because it really made lifelong memories for it. I'm always going to consider Lincoln as my second home, and it really provided me a space to grow personally and professionally. So that's it for this video, guys. I really hope that this video helped you. If you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will answer them. And yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. Please give this video a huge like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!